Okay, so they spoke, I listened, and I got all new PRs in just 3 weeks, including a 30-pound deadlift PR. Here's how I did it.
Tell me more.
One of the best training philosophies that I've learned to adopt is Supramaximal Training. Now this can come in many different forms, like chains and bands, but the best and probably the most intense one that I've come across is using weight releasers. Now again, over the years of doing my research, I look to basically the guys that are getting the best results with their clients. So you look to the best coaches over time, you know, guys like Louis Simmons, Mark Bell, Matt Wenning, Christian Thibodeau, you know, all these guys, what they had in common is that they all used weight releasers in one way or another. So I decided to give it a go, and the results were pretty staggering. And not just me. So we have a powerlifting team here at the gym, and everybody got PRs. So they're pretty easy to use. You just have to make sure that the settings are correct for your height. So as you can see, the weight releaser has settings. I put numbers on them just so that we could record it. It didn't really come with the numbers written on them. These are the Rogue weight releasers that we're using. Now the squat and the bench press are pretty straightforward because those are top-down movements, meaning you always start at the top, go down, and then come back up. So weight releasers are really easy to use for those, but when it comes to the deadlift and the overhead press, where the bar starts at the bottom and then you lift it up to the top and then back down to the bottom when you're putting it down, that's when you have to get creative. So I'm going to show you how I did it with the deadlift and the overhead press too. So as you can see, I used the Rogue Rhino machine to do this. So I just stacked up a couple of 45-pound bumper plates, attached a handle to the cable, and then ideally you would have someone controlling the safety arm. Now I didn't, so I had to rig up this band in my mouth kind of thing, but I'll show you when I did it with, when I do it with my clients, how it's a lot easier if you just have someone moving the safety control for you. But essentially you unrack it, the releasers are on, you slowly lower it, they'll release at a certain point. That depends on how high you've built up the platform, and you lift it back up, and then you put the releaser back in, or you put the safety back in. Now I also rigged up something where I used boxes and a monolift. But again, you have to build up a box so that when you lower the weights, the releasers don't release as soon as you start moving. So you need to build up a platform so that you give yourself some room so that you can get the full range of the lift before the releasers let go of the bar. Now there's many different ways to use them, or different tempos, I guess I would say. Louis Simmons, in fact, I read an article on how he used them quickly to use them as a reactive method rather than a time under tension method, which I saw more from Christian Thibodeau. The way I use them in this 3-week program is I did use the time under tension protocol. So we did a 4 or 5 count down, they release, and then we came back up, and we did it in a cluster style. So that means we would do 1 repetition, slow count on the way down, like I said, 4 count on the way down, then back up, and then we would put the releasers back on, and we would do a rep every 20 to 30 seconds because we're using supra-maximal weight, like I said. So we were using 110, 115, and 120% of our 1 rep max total bar and releasers. Whatever that number was, we would put 70% on the bar and 30% on the releasers. And week 3, when you're dealing with 120% of your 1 rep max and you're pretty strong already, it is literally testicle bursting, shit your pants type of weight that you're trying to control on the descent. I'm not joking.
Let us pray.
We would just do 2 working sets. With the 110%, we used 2 working sets of 5 repetitions. With the 115%, it was 2 sets of 4 repetitions. And with 120%, it was 2 sets of 3 repetitions. So really only like 6 total reps at the end of the program. But it's because it is so demanding and so hard on the nervous system that that's all you do. And then we just did sort of regular strength accessories, a couple sets of 5 with some strength accessory lifts, and then a couple of drop sets for hypertrophy. It's so hard to come by new gains the longer you've been training. So if you guys are stuck in a rut, get yourself a pair of these or go to a gym that has a pair of these. So guys, please subscribe if you want more training tips like this. Again, stuff that actually works, especially if you're a natural lifter. All the gains and everything that I do comes from just pure natural lifting and training and nutritional protocols, as well as some biohacks. So make sure you like and subscribe and share the video to anyone that you think is going to benefit from it. Until next time, stay strong and free.
Guys, I'm trying to make the best value for time channel in the industry. So if you like the videos such as this that pack a ton of action items into 5 minutes or less, then please subscribe. Until next time, stay strong and free.